Donald Trump has once again shaken foreign policy with a bold post on Truth Social, demanding Iran's unconditional surrender. This isn't diplomatic language, it's the rhetoric of total victory, rarely used outside of major wars. Trump's message in all caps left no room for negotiation and immediately drew global attention. The backdrop: a Middle East on the brink, with recent escalations between Iran and Israel. By demanding surrender, Trump projects himself as the ultimate strongman, promising decisive action rather than negotiation. Supporters see this as strength, a needed break from what they view as years of weak U.S. policy. Critics, however, call it reckless, arguing that demanding total capitulation is unrealistic and could push Iran toward more violence. Diplomacy, they say, requires nuance and compromise, not ultimatums. Such language risks cornering Iran, making war more likely, not less. Trump's statement has polarized opinion, raising questions about what a second Trump presidency could mean for the region. The world is left to wonder, is this a show of strength, or a dangerous provocation? To understand Trump's demand, we need context. Tensions exploded after a suspected Israeli airstrike hit Iran's consulate in Damascus, killing top Iranian commanders, a direct attack on Iranian sovereignty. Iran responded with an unprecedented barrage of drones and missiles at Israel, crossing a line both sides had long avoided. For decades, their conflict was fought through proxies. Now, it's direct state-on-state confrontation. Israel, with help from the US, UK, and Jordan, intercepted nearly all projectiles, showcasing military superiority. Iran's attack failed militarily, but left deep grievances. Israel retaliated with limited strikes inside Iran, fueling a dangerous tit-for-tat cycle. This escalation has transformed a shadow war into open conflict, threatening to draw in other nations. The world is watching as the risk of a wider regional war grows. Trump's call for surrender lands in the middle of this volatile standoff. The stakes have never been higher. The region teeters on the edge of chaos. The US wasn't just watching, it played a key role in defending Israel, intercepting Iranian missiles and reinforcing the US-Israel alliance. This military support sent a clear message: attacking Israel means facing American power. Trump claims this strength is his legacy, arguing that only his leadership can deter adversaries like Iran. He contrasts his peace-through-strength approach with what he calls Biden's weakness, framing himself as the only leader who commands respect and fear. But the reality is more complex. U.S. military might is formidable, but it can't guarantee political stability or control every outcome. Past wars in Iraq and Afghanistan prove that. Washington wants to support Israel, but avoid a wider war that could disrupt global oil and drag America into another costly conflict. The challenge: balancing alliance commitments with the need to prevent catastrophe. Trump's rhetoric simplifies a deeply tangled situation. The U.S. walks a tightrope, projecting power but wary of escalation. Every move is fraught with risk. What's Trump's real aim with his surrender demand? Contrasting sharply with Biden's diplomacy. But it could also be a negotiation tactic. Trump's style is to start with extreme demands, then bargain down. He may be setting the stage for a future deal with Iran, using threats to force concessions. The message also signals to allies like Israel and Saudi Arabia that he'd return to a hardline stance. To rivals, it's a warning: expect a more unpredictable, confrontational America. Yet, Trump's history shows he sometimes means exactly what he says. His foreign policy is driven by instinct and disruption. His record pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal, ordering the Soleimani strike, proves he's willing to take big risks. Whether it's a negotiating ploy or a genuine threat, the world can't ignore the possibility of a more aggressive U.S. approach. The stakes are enormous. Iran is almost certain to reject any call for unconditional surrender. Its regime was built on resisting U.S. pressure. Surrender would mean regime collapse. Instead, Iran is likely to respond with defiance, possibly escalating militarily or activating proxy forces across the region. Cyber attacks, threats to shipping, or nuclear acceleration are all on the table. Yet, Iran may also pursue quiet diplomacy, seeking to de-escalate through back channels while maintaining a tough public stance. The regime's priority is survival, avoiding a war it can't win but refusing to capitulate. This means a mix of defiant rhetoric and cautious maneuvering, not a white flag. Trump's demand is likely to harden Iran's resolve, not break it. The risk further escalation with no easy off-ramp. Both sides are locked in a dangerous game of brinkmanship. The world watches, hoping for restraint. The Middle East stands on a knife's edge. One misstep, another strike or proxy attack, could ignite a regional war with catastrophic consequences. Civilian casualties, refugee crises, and economic turmoil would ripple worldwide. Oil prices could soar, triggering inflation and recession far beyond the region. Despite the risks, there's still a window for diplomacy. International actors are urging restraint, seeking a way for both sides to step back from the brink. The outcome depends on choices made in Tehran, Jerusalem, and Washington in the coming days. Trump's provocative statement adds uncertainty to an already explosive situation. Are we witnessing the prelude to war, or just another chapter in a long geopolitical standoff? The world holds its breath, waiting for the next move.